So even though I'm only 30 and have been collecting for 36 years, once in a while I find something that even shocks me and stumps me and that I didn't even know exists. Now, before you get all confused and say, what the hell is he talking about? All right, maybe I'm older than 30. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is I discovered something I had no idea existed at all. So before I get into it, get cozy with your drink. I'm still in hurricane mode here as we're hunkered down. Right now I'm sipping on my, it's just a Dasani crappy, the cheap version of the Dasani, but hopefully you're comfortably ensconced in your space and have a nice cup of coffee, some tea, a snack, something that ails you, and you can, soothe it with some tea and lemon or something like that. Well, whatever it may be. But anyway, if you're focused and you're snacking on something and you're full of carbs now and some sugar, and your brain has enough energy to pay attention to what I'm about to show you, because it's pretty amazing. Because, I rarely come across something that, I'm not going to say stumps me, but man, I asked a lot of people, and only one person said they vaguely remembered having this been offered to them as a set. So anyway, what am I talking about? So this is called Satellite Vehicles by Cragstan. And, the main gem, if you will, of this entire set, I guess the box too, but I don't want to start with the coolest car. So let's start with this box, which I've never seen before in my life, if you could imagine. And this was a set of the 5 vehicles you see in front of you. Now, the box itself, when I first saw it, I hesitated. This was a buy it now on eBay, and it was very expensive. But what really got to me was the apron up top. Just this bit of artwork here. Just the spacey artwork with the flying saucer UFOs, the planet, the rocket over here. That's all it took for me to say, okay, it's a 4-figure set, undoubtedly. Now, it tells you here it includes the flying Jeep, the staff car, the staff car is the gem, the prize, if you will, and the Jeep and the tank, the freewheeling jet rocket plane. So, the jet rocket plane, what the hell one is that? But anyway, the Jeep is the most militaristic. Other than that, everything else is kind of spacey. And look at this, it has the perfect import stamp there. It looks like something that if you're one of those philatelic collectors, it's like perfect condition. You put in your stamp catalog. Did I pronounce that right? And you're good to go. It's like those that biplane, the upside down biplane, that it's like the meme almost of stamp collectors. So you got this beautiful box that's like highlighted with that spacey theme there, and it's a display box, so it opens up. Let me show you. And it has its inserts too. So it opens up like that, and all these would be displayed in there. Now, whether these were meant for individual sale, I doubt it, but maybe a toy store could have done it. That's probably why this box is something I've never seen before. Maybe the toy stores sold these vehicles individually and they were like, we're done, we're good. So who the hell knows, man? But again, I haven't seen it, but I'm gonna ask more. I'm gonna put this on Robot Talking Alpha-Drome and see if anyone else. And they're probably gonna say, "Dude, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. We've seen 100 of these things." And then I'll be like, "Man, I feel pretty stupid. Maybe I should have asked before I made the video." But I'm almost certain that's not going to be the case. I'm almost certain. Look at that. So it got kind of torn here. But what do you expect after 60 to 70 years? So we'll start with the least desirable. These are all basically friction. And that's this military Jeep. Now, if you're a Jeep collector and you want military Jeeps, I guess as a completionist, you'd have to find this set. Now, is this exactly like another Jeep? That's a good question. That is a good question. This might have been in other sets, but it's that's in this particular set. And the other thing that really struck me about this, these things are like brand new. I mean, you get a rocket, you get that you know, what the hell do they call this thing? The freewheeling jet rocket plane? Is that what this thing is? The freewheeling? But anyway, so you have that. Now, other than that, now everything else, the other 4 toys are all space toys. Look at this space tank here. You have 2 rockets, lithoed, and it says space tank. It doesn't get any spacier than that, man. And look at over here. You have a bunch of Saturns. I mean, they were crystal clear in their intentions. Like, yes, this is in space. And you have kind of like a Saturn-esque space station here. And here's the bottom. You got the tank treads. So that's pretty cool, too. And this is... Man, it's a nice roller. Wow, that is freaking unreal. This thing works like a champ. I know he's going off camera there, but... Back it up. Man, he works fantastic. Just the slightest push, man, and that gives him all the momentum he needs. All right, so I put I'm kind of doing it by the order of which I like them. So, So the Jeep was number 5. The space tank was number 4. Although, like, you know, once the Jeep is gone, because the Jeep had no space theme whatsoever. You know, that tank, because it's so spacey compared to, it's tough, you know. And I'll tell you what I'm tough. I'm going to say this one next. I like these flying space vehicles. This is beautifully lithoed. I have a really nice space one. So this is kind of a miniature size one. You can see here. That's the way it works. You got the 2 pilots, which is very cool. Nice litho details on here. It's in the Navy, but it's flying like a hovercraft. Right? Very, very cool. These things are so diminutive that you wonder how the hell these survive. Now, keep in mind, right, if one of these breaks, if one of these gets lost, your set is done. Your set is over. You know, to get a complete set of 5, you have to make sure all of these are maintained. And again, one last look at this, the bottom. I mean, these are pristine. Absolutely stunning. And now we come to a rocket. Now, I have Regulus rockets in my collection, or at least 1 or 2 Regulus rockets, but I'm positive they're not this one. And that says, it looks like Wyone over here. So this could be a Yonezawa made set. You know, because Cragstan was just a distributor. And this is probably just a roller too. Well, if this was friction, no, it's a roller. There's no gearing in there. It's just a roller. Which is kind of cool, because you don't have to worry about anything breaking. You just roll your rocket gently down the stream. Wow, they cheaped out on this. But you can see they don't have a lot of room to stick gears in there again. Well, they could have put a small motor in there. They could have put a small friction motor, but they opted not to. But you know what? It's still a rocket. So you get like a rocket, a space tank, a futuristic, you know, flying car. But now the pièce de résistance, the money vehicle is this right here, the Space Patrol car. I've seen this thing so many times. I've never seen one this clean in over 3 decades, man. I'm not even close to this clean. But I never in a million years saw a box for this thing. And now I know that the box is this combination pack satellite vehicle. And this is clearly a 50s car. If I had to guess with the fins, this could be 1958. Has Japan there. Here's the bottom. I believe this has good... It's even embossed there, made in Japan. I mean, this is absolutely pristine. I mean, this is about the nicest example I've ever seen. And this two-tone with the satellites and Saturn and rockets and UFOs and the Space Patrol script. You got just about everything you could possibly want. This is the nicest I've ever seen in my life. I've seen these junked up. I mean, they kind of were like small throwaways. You can kind of get an idea of the size of these. I mean, kind of like 3 Hot Wheel cars, maybe. triple the scale of a Hot Wheel. But it's absolutely beautiful, beautiful space car. And I was stunned that, you know, I had never seen this before. But enough of my enthusiasm for this, because maybe you guys might be thinking, well, what's the big deal? Well, look, if you have this car and you want the box, this is the only way you're going to get, unless these were boxed individually. That could be possible. You know, sometimes I've seen toys like this could also be on a blister card. They could be in an individual box. I've seen toys that were in a blister, like a card, and they also had a box. Some versions had a, so, but I have a feeling that this particular one didn't, because if you had a box for this, it would go for like insane money. I've never seen one. Maybe somebody has one. But up for now, as far as I know, this is it, man. That's the car, and this is the box. This is the set. And, you know, we made a discovery that at least I wasn't aware of. Like I said, long before I post this, I'm going to ask on Alphadrome, and we'll see what other collectors, you know, if they have it, if they've seen it before. It might not be as big a deal as I'm making it, but it's a big deal to me because I've never seen it. So anyway, you get 5 for the price of 1, which you can't go wrong with that. So if you like this, thumb up the video, please. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel. That would be greatly appreciated. And with that, thank you, as always, for your time. And I, my friends, will talk to you later.